That's my way.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another session of Life in Haiti. I know many of you all have been watching the current events unfolding at the Texas borders with many Haitians in search of life. For those who are watching that do not know much about Haitians and our culture, I can guarantee you that the many young men, women, and children you see at the border are out selling everything that they own in search of life. Being Texas raised myself, as I watch the events unfolding on TV, I could not believe it. I couldn't believe such an honorable state, a state which represents compassion, kindness, do it big for everything, had no kindness towards my peoples. So I decided to do this differently with Life in Haiti. Because one, I did not want to be emotional. This is not the time for that. Keep in mind, Haitian people, for the many of you all who are facing the difficulties today, this is definitely the time to strengthen yourself. This is not a time for you to look at the negative, to look at what you didn't have. This is a time to definitely know that everything happens for a reason. I believe more than ever, this is a time for many of us Haitians to get together, to work on fixing our own house, so that we do not take our problems to other people's house. One of my biggest messages to each and every one is that if we all run from this country, then what would be left of it? I believe it is our responsibility in many ways to stand up as Haitian people to continue what our forefathers have started for us. If you ask my opinion, I believe many have been mad and are still upset at the fact of us being the first free black nations. But not to make excuses being the first free black nations, we also have to look at ourselves too and understand that what the role that we play and what we stand for in society today. I hope that many people in Haiti, from the higher ups to the bottoms, can watch this, and that God can stir the hardest of hearts so that they can see and understand exactly what people are willing to risk, which is everything they got. They're willing to risk their lives in search of a better life. I asked myself, is Haiti really ready to receive 10, 15, 20,000 people to be returned back to the country? I ask you all to keep these people in prayer. I can only imagine that trip or what they actually went through, what they witnessed, the psychological imbalance that we are welcoming in a country that is full of mental disabilities and no outlet. Please, you all, strengthen yourself. It takes you all. I remember at one point I always said I never wanted to come back to Haiti. And as I stand here, I can honestly tell you today, I see that God is using my life for a purpose. He knew exactly what he was doing when he sent me back to Haiti. He wanted me to understand something in life that maybe back in Texas I would have never gotten. And that is who I am. That is who we are and what we are. That is why I always encourage you all to please make your voice be heard for the many people who are back home. It was sad to see people being treated worse than prisoners who had never committed a crime. One that have bat call, one that have experienced the worst end of Texas. I know exactly how it could be, and I can know exactly what you all have experienced. But one thing I encourage each and every one, pour nous faire que honte ça, son honte que nous dit que nous pas jamais prendre encore. Que là nous retourner la caille, nous fait tout ça nous capable pour que nous travaillons et puis pour nous faire ça n'a fait dans le pays pour pays à retourner à marcher. Bagay la red c'est vrai. Même qu'on est que avec bon Dieu et pas rien nous pas faire. Today I can honestly say that I am proud for the work that I have done through Life in Haiti, for inspiring many others to continue to get together and to do that same work. I believe that is why I'm so gun-ho on the people of Haiti. I love the beauty of Haiti, and at times I want to say excuse me to each and everyone for not exposing more of the beauty of Haiti. But it is so impactful when you are dealing with the people of Haiti. For myself, it's difficult to get my camera off of the suffering of the many people of Haiti. I think for most of you all that will start supporting, or most of you all that have been supporting Life in Haiti, I think now you see why I'm so big on wanting to get out into my community, on wanting to build, on wanting to give, on wanting to educate. We must definitely start taking care of our own home. Because certain embarrassments, certain things that happens to us at other people's houses, it would not happen when we start being responsible, when we start loving on our own household. There is not much that many of us who are watching can really say. What we need to do is work on making a difference in Haiti. No matter what you are, some may agree, some may not agree. We cannot take all our problems elsewhere. Keep in mind, many of us will always remain in Haiti. And for those who are left behind, for those who have nothing to sell, for those who have no outlet, you all, let's be a voice for them so that we can see a change in Haiti, so that we can see Haiti thriving again, so that we can see the Haiti that our forefathers fought for, so that we could see the Haiti that many others to today hold us by our neck for. Many Haitians, keep in mind, Haitians, we are strong. We are more than conquerors. Nothing, absolutely nothing that we cannot deal with. This too here shall pass. I believe this is a lesson well taught. I know the dream of going to America. One of the biggest messages I want to send out for most of you all that stayed and watched this video to this long, please share the video. Kindly like this video if you've yet to do so. For the many young Haitian Americans who are watching this, I want you all to please be thankful for your parents. I hope watching the suffering of many Haitians really got you to appreciate your parents, to see how much they risk, to see the strength which they had behind them, to see to them to travel out of Haiti, that resiliency, that determination, and to actually make it. I believe you should be very proud of your parents. For the many Haitian parents out there all around the world, and many parents from third world countries, they do not ever really share their struggles with their children, with their families. I think watching this, whatever you made of it, I hope it moved you to really understand what your parents went through, what they endured, and the love that you should always give them, even if it is silently. I want to thank each and every one of you all for watching this video. Please leave me a comment. Kindly like, share, and definitely subscribe to Life in Haiti. Until next time, keep Haiti in your prayer. Keep Haiti lifted up. I do believe Haiti will rise again.